4 people were arrested by the Maine DEA last week for drug trafficking. 70-year-old Ronald Robinson of Addison, 49-year-old Denise Batson of Addison, 30-year-old Daniel Nash, and 29-year-old Sean Davis of New York were taken into custody. On Wednesday, officials executed a search warrant at a house on Side Road and a house on Indian River Road, both in the town of Addison, after a months-long investigation that included undercover purchases of fentanyl and crack. They say evidence of drug trafficking were seized from both locations. Officials say Davis was later located at an apartment in Bangor. Davis, Batson, and Nash were charged with unlawful drug trafficking. Robinson was charged with aggravated drug trafficking. All 4 suspects were taken to Washington County Jail. Maine DEA says more arrests are expected in the investigation.